Hey Marvel fans, welcome to my channel. I'm Trey Guillotine and you're watching Daily Marvels, where I've gathered some of the Marvel news from the past week and put it in one place just for you. The new Spider Man game has a release date. We know who might be playing a villain in the Venom film, and we know who won't be playing a villain in a Spider Man Homecoming sequel. Remember, if you like this video, to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it around so others can join in the conversation. So the new Spider Man game that's coming out exclusively for PS4 has a release date for September 7th, 2018. With this release date, we also got some very minor details of the game. What was announced is that many of the Spider Man villains from classic Spider-Man comics and the 90s Spider-Man TV show will either make an appearance and be involved in the game or at least be mentioned. As well as some notable Marvel locations like Avengers Tower or Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum in New York City, but we don't know if any other Avengers characters will make appearances in the game. Also, Spider-Man will start the game in the classic Spider-Man outfit with the black spider, which the one we've seen the most of in the commercials is the kind of new Spider-Man outfit with that white Spider-Man logo on the chest, which kind of has fans divided about how they think it looks. I think it looks cool and it looks different and I like that. But you will be starting the game as Spider-Man with the classic Spider-Man logo and outfit. And then there will be other costumes throughout the game that you can unlock. So that means you will be able to change Spider-Man's costumes. And you'll also be getting some pre-order special costumes if you pre-order the game, which, if I know myself, I'm probably going to pre-order the game and get the special costumes. But it does mean that there will be at least some minor customization options for Spider-Man in Spider-Man the game. This is one of the games I have been so excited about, and it's for two reasons. One, I'm glad that we're finally getting from what we've seen, I don't want to assume anything at first, but just already it looks like a very strong game, and it's a strong game, and it's a strong Marvel game that can kind of stand up to the quality of other superhero games like Arkham, like the Batman Arkham series. The other reason I'm very excited about this game is that it's from Insomniac Studios, which are the creators of one of my other favorite games, Sunset Overdrive, which is such an underrated game. Like, it was one of the Xbox One launch titles and barely anyone played it. Even when it launched and I tried it, I didn't like it, and then I went back and played it, and now it's one of my all-time favorite games. And it's very obvious that you can see, like, the way you move around in Sunset Overdrive. There's a lot of bouncing, there's a lot of grinding on rails and swinging from telephone poles. There's a lot, it's a lot of movement, a lot of just really hectic, I guess you could call it parkour. I guess technically it would be parkour. But the way that you move in Sunset Overdrive, it's easy to see how that could transition into how Spider-Man would move around New York, swinging from webs, running on buildings and rooftops, jumping down onto the street to fight villains. Like, it's very obvious to see how the mechanics of Sunset Overdrive could move into the mechanics of a Spider-Man game. I'm so excited for this game, and I'm actually kind of bummed that the release date is September 7th, because that's still, 4 or 5 months away. It's been recently revealed that Woody Harrelson has an unknown role in the Venom film, and a lot of fans are thinking that he is going to play the other symbiote user, Carnage. It seems that the closer we get to this movie, the more facts about the movie are going to be leaking out, just like we know that we're not going to see the full Venom suit or persona until the very end of the movie, when Venom fights another symbiote user, which, again, many people just assumed that would be Carnage. What I know of Carnage, and I admit that it's very limited, I know from the 90s Spider-Man cartoon, where Carnage was an inmate that Eddie Brock met. He was this psycho murderer, and part of the symbiote attached to him, and basically then made Carnage, which was just an even more insane version of Venom. And I actually thought he was a really cool villain. I really like seeing the difference between just the straight up monster villain and just the psychotic, chaotic like Venom with Carnage. So many fans think that Woody Harrelson will actually be playing Carnage in Venom, which I think he could actually do a good job of, or at least a good job as the character that becomes Carnage. I don't know how Woody Harrelson would do like in a a CGI looking Carnage outfit fighting, doing fighting stunts. I don't know how well he would do that, but as a psychotic murder character, I think he would do really well. It's not the first time that he's played that kind of psycho character. So I think this would be really good. And it's just another big name that they can lend to Venom to maybe get a little more exposure. Apparently, Marvel Studios and Sony reached out to Matt Damon to play the villain in the Spider Man Homecoming sequel, and Matt Damon said no, which makes me just wonder why. Like, I'm sure Matt Damon has his own reasons, but I mean, breaking it down just as just a business opportunity, Marvel movies make money. That is not just an assumption. That is not just, I guess they make money. No, Marvel movies make money. They make lots and lots of money. So from a business standpoint, I can't understand why he would have turned this down. Secondly, he's already attached to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He had a cameo in Thor Ragnarok, so it's not like he has like squabbles with a superhero movie or whatever. I don't know why he would have turned this down, and I think he would have done a great job in a Spider-Man Homecoming sequel, especially since this was a Spider-Man sequel. This wasn't for like an unknown superhero team that we've never heard of, that's from like a limited comic run that they want to make bigger. No, this is Spider-Man. This is basically the poster child for Marvel. This is a Spider-Man sequel, and in my opinion, Spider-Man Homecoming was at least tied with Spider-Man 2 as the best Spider-Man movie. So I can't imagine a really good reason why he's not going to jump on the chance to have an integral part in an already assuming successful movie. All we know is that he turned down the role, but we don't know what role it was. A lot of fans are assuming that he could have been Dr. Octopus, Doc Ock, or he could have been Kraven the Hunter. Personally, I think Matt Damon honestly could play any number of villains. He is such a strong actor, and he's not against bulking up or beefing down, unbeefing. He's a good actor. He's a good actor, and he could play really any number of the Spider-Man villains. Maybe they could have been getting for the role of Sandman, but I don't think they'd want to bring up Sandman so soon, since we already had Sandman in Spider-Man 3. So actually, I think he would have been a really good character for the Rhino. He's a very underrated villain you don't hear a lot about. I think he could have done a really good job as the Rhino. What do you think of these daily Marvels? Let me know in the comments and follow me on all the internets. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and share it around so others can join the conversation. If you want to check out my written reviews of Marvel movies and TV shows, go to www.treyguillotine.com. And if you want to be featured in my next What You Gaming On video, make sure to email me at whatyougamingon@gmail.com and tell me what game you've been playing and what you like about it. And make sure to check out Marvel Cinematic Universe and the Marvel Cinematic Universe TV sister page, where myself and other Marvel fans are going to be talking about our favorite parts of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And subscribe to my channel to geek out some more. Thanks for watching and have fun.